Hey guys, it's Leo, Family Heritage Living. It's been a few days since we did a video, and I just wanted to check in. We've been paying a lot of attention to the news with the coronavirus going on. The novel coronavirus going on, or otherwise known as the Wuhan flu. Just wondering what your guys' take is on it. How much have you been paying attention? Have you been paying attention at all? One thing that we like to do, because we don't have the news feed through a TV or anything, and we have selective news channels that we go to, we find it interesting that even those news channels that once were conservative, that have really started leaning in the opposite direction, are burying a lot of this news. And unfortunately, we feel that, as many have felt, the governments, starting with China and then just, waving over into all the other governments, aren't giving full disclosure to their citizens so they can make, wise decisions. Since we live in a generation that has never really dealt with a pandemic or a type of virus that would spread from one household to another, which was very common in the previous early century and the century before, and time before that, a lot of people are laxed and don't take things seriously. And then you have the other extreme where where they're fear mongers and they make everybody afraid. So where are you at on this fence? Do you think it's going to be something? If you do, leave a comment below. Let's see what kind of conversation we can get going. Do you think it's going to be, a non-event? Because some people feel that way. Let's see, there's something else I was going to say. Coronavirus, non-event. Are you prepared? If you feel that it's, going to be something, or even if you don't, are you prepared for a minimum 2 weeks? And I think actually, personally, we feel it's going to be a lot longer if this thing does take off, that there's going to be a huge disruption in the way people live today. And, if you're prepared, how long have you prepared for waiting for something like this to happen, so that you weren't left with, in shock and dismay? And are you able, have you put up enough things in order to reach out to your neighbors or your family members to help them? So, all right, if you would, leave a comment below. Let's get a conversation going, see where you guys are at on this. I think the other thing I was going to mention, about the news feed and stuff. Oh, I know, this was it. Okay. New channel we found. Never paid attention to the guy. I never saw the guy before, but at Peak Prosperity. If you haven't seen him, check him out. I will put a few links below on some of his videos. He is actually, his background is as a pathologist. So he would be somebody that I would trust over many who have educations in medicine, because that is his specialty. Okay, so I would be more prone to listen to him than a nurse. Not to say that nurses don't know, or doctors don't know, but I do think that it is common, like with the government, to downplay things. I think certain doctors will downplay things, certain medical field specialists will downplay things, so as not to get a hysteria going. But that can be dangerous, because if people aren't making wise decisions based on accurate information, one way or the other, leaning either way, then who's ever sharing the information is doing a disservice to the people that are listening to them. So check out Peak Prosperity. His name is Chris. He's he seems like a really articulate man, a well-educated man. He's level-headed, and even though he thinks this could turn out to be something, he doesn't do it in a fear-mongering way. And he makes you think about, what, if you're not prepared, what you could do now. And the chances, and he's not dead set that this is going to be something, but he's saying that this definitely has the potential based on his background and how this novel virus has evolved, and how it's going, it had the human transmission capability now, but also that it's probably got super viruses within itself. So check them out, comment below, and we'll talk soon. God bless.